Welcome to Shivering Timbers Dojo. Tonight we're going to start our deep dive into Tedori Jujitsu Green Belt Tip 4. So tonight we're going to work from the fingers and from the wrist. We're going to work on the hippie handshake, the gyaku akushu. We've worked on the handshake there, but what if they grab your hand like this? It changes things up a little bit. And we're going to work the wrist technique is they're not attacking your wrist. They're using their hand to cover your mouth from behind. And so we attack the wrist. We're going to show what is written on the, written as it's written. And then we're also going to show that we can expand that idea a little bit just to make the move a little more robust if they try some other stuff. So we got some ideas. So we're going to start with the fingers from the reverse handshake, your hey bro hippie handshake, if you will. From the fingers, this is gyaku, akushu, hayatori. So the reverse handshake. So what is a reverse handshake? It's, hey, like this. They go to punch you, do something nasty. So you're going to put pressure on the thumb right here. We've had some questions about why do this if they could just punch you. Well, the answer is because especially if I pull it in here and step and pull, you are putting a great deal of pressure on this joint of the thumb. It's not hard to break. I know this because I've broken my thumb there twice now. Both from stupid activities, a ski pole and hitting the mat. Like, this is not a good place to get grabbed. So this right here makes it difficult. But if for some reason it doesn't work, like all things with green belt, it's not working, and they come with that big overhand right, I'm going to interpose right there, and that still hurts. Now from there, if they try to wriggle, fine, pull it in here. If they try to wriggle again, right to there, and ultimately, we can go to the ground from there. Other side. So we got this grip. Under the thumb, over the thumb. Pull it into you where you're strong. You're not strong here. You're weak here. Be where you're strong. And, if they're trying to punch you, get your head out of the way. Oh, look at that. From there, if it still is not working for you, try and punch me from there. Yeah. But that big overhand right, try a big yeah, it's not happening because again, and I can push in here, and then again, if I come down to there, ultimately, we can go for a throw. Just remember, brown belt, everything goes to a throw. Just about. It's all got extra kicks, extra punches, extra throws. Good times. Let's try this a little more combat speed, shall we? We're going to be gentle because anytime we work with breaking fingers, breaking thumbs, we have to be gentle. We got to treat our partners like valuable people because they're going to do it to us next. All right? So they go for that punch. Get yourself out the way, and then just throw this in the way, right? If they keep trying to come up into here, you can really make this hurt, and you can really drop it from there. You can go through the whole thing that fast. You okay? Once again, remember, if you're here and there's trouble, you don't have to go to here and then here and then here. If they grab you and there's trouble, you can just come right over the top and go to the end. But if they throw a punch, sometimes it's easier to interpose that and then get them and turn them into something from right there. I only did 2 of the things this time, not 3. Why? Again, that's the theory of this. There's always a juwasa. From the wrist, this is ushiro gyaku kote hayagaeshi. So this is the rearward backwards kote hayagaeshi. So let's demonstrate this as written for now. Hand over mouth from behind. I step out, reverse kote hayagaeshi. If it doesn't work, I step in here, put them into reverse gooseneck right here. Same thing on the side. I step out, I bend this, it doesn't work, shoot right in here and reverse your snake. All right, that's as written. Now, turn around, please. If I'm a large man looking to grab me, a little victim, and I'm never just going to put one hand over the mouth. Hey, does this rag smell like chloroform? Like, great. I'm going to grab them. I'm going to grab the free arm. I'm going to do something that necessitates action other than just here. So although as written, although as it's originally supposed to be, it's just the hand, realize that we're having to deal with a hand with something added. So let's show a little something added. This time she's going to grab the hand and wrap herself around my body like a big person might. All right. Thanks. So I've got this here. Nothing much changes, okay? Even if, you know, they're fairly big, when you grab this and pull it off, grab a finger. It really does hurt. It's enough to make, and all you have to do is relax the grip for a second to step out. So as we're doing this, if I come here and I pull here, I just need a second because I'm moving my body here, there. And then as I come up under to here, though it doesn't call for it, remember from before, we can always push behind the collarbone and drop them like a hot potato. I know you hate that. All right, this time she's going to grab me and she's going to grab my wrist. Thank you. She's letting me talk. So just like we do with a lot of things, when they grab the wrist and you step forward, grab this, step forward, boom, back there. And now, again, we're open to do exactly what we've practiced before. So we're going to show you, she doesn't always do it with me, but we're going to show you, I'm going to grab her and I'm going to grab her and she's going to get free. Because we've heard lots of people complain that I work with a little uke and that she can't do it. This is going to hurt. You ready? Ah!
Screw you.
Yeah, it absolutely works. The step out, grab my finger this time. Do the mean one.
Aww.
So if I've got here and she grabs this finger, like there's no room for me to hide the finger. If I've got her, say I'm hiding the finger again, she can get it, and even if she doesn't step out, and oh god, right back in, you know, make that liver, make that spleen, make it so you can taste them internal organs. You know, hit them with that sharp elbow. And again, if they're worried about the sharp elbow, they're worried about you moving. They're not worried about the hand that's over your mouth. And that's the idea, because then you can peel it off and attack the arm. So once I get that person grabbing and I get them worried about this, I can pull this off, right? She let go because she knows what's coming. If she doesn't let go, that's fine. Boom, right back into her, right to here, and then right to here. And I like the extra stab here. You can hit other things. You can hit the face. You can do things, but I like hitting right behind the collarbone because they tend to drop straight down, and then I can do my thing from there. Yeah, she hates that one. Do nerve points work on all people equally? No, they do not. But that one especially, there's very few people who it doesn't work on because you've got a nerve that goes along the top of your collarbone. It's pretty effective. All right? Good job. So that was Tedori Jujitsu Green Belt Tip 4 from the fingers and the wrist. You have to be careful working with aliveness with fingers. That's one of the reasons why finger techniques are generally banned in, most competitions, because they really do hurt. You really can break a finger or a thumb pretty easily. So be careful with your opponent. But also remember, you can put a little movement into it, especially practice from those punches. Lots of people ask, what about it? What happens when they punch you? Well, what happens when they punch you is you interpose their own body in the way and then throw them. And yes, so for testing purposes, the move for the wrist is just written as a hand over the mouth from behind. But we all know that they're going to do something else. So add that to your repertoire. We're all about adding, what are you really going to see on the street? How are you really going to feel this? They're going to grab you. They're going to pull you. Be ready for that. If you still don't like these, we'll come into class, try them out with us. We'll show you why we like them. Other than that, stay safe. Thanks.